Hello Robloxers, my name is Aston again. Today I am going to be showing you how to make a rig. And not one of those boring rigs like this one. This is just boring, this is a normal rig. Showing you how to make your own custom rig. So you're gonna start with the part, right? This lonely little part. You can scale it to whatever size you want. I prefer 3 by 3 by 3. So yeah, this is how big it is. Now I'm gonna make a chubby boy, like one-legged thing. So I'm going to be basically using Control D or Option D on a Mac to copy this. I'm gonna shorten this to like one stud by to like 1 by 3 by 1. I know what you think what this is, but trust me, it's not. So I'm gonna be doing the same thing, copy, and then I'm gonna copy this. I'm gonna put it over here. Like align it with the chest, because that's what it's going to be. Making it slightly longer. I'm gonna like copy it. Here we go. Now I'm gonna take this and copy these two. And then we got this. Now making this for the head. Now if this is going too fast for you, you can slow the video down, but I want to make it quick. So now you gotta like do this, and basically you can make a head whatever size you want. I'll choose to make it 2.5 by 2.5 by 2.5, 2.5 by 3 basically. This 2.5 by 2.5. Okay. You can use this logic to make whatever rig you want. Now you want to group it into a model. Don't mind that for a moment. Sorry for the mild interruption. As you know, I am not a single man. Not that. I have a family basically. You know, I have siblings, I have to help them. That family stuff, you know. So anyways, once you got all the parts, you gotta remove all the welds in them. That will mess with the rig. As I know. Maybe you know, but it won't. So then, this is, I don't think this is really required, but you can name the parts like left, okay. Then you can like basically just name them. So if we go to a naming montage, let me go through a naming montage real quick. Okay, naming montage is over. So now you can add a humanoid to your rig. Wait a moment, you can add a humanoid to your rig, but make sure to add an animator to that humanoid if you want to animate your thing, because animator, it's pretty self-explanatory what it does. So wait, let me check what it does so I can be sure. Responsible for the playback and replication of animations. Yeah, that's it. That's the thing. Okay, so now you have to rig your character. So what you have to do is you can do that. You can select, and then wait. No, I forgot to add a humanoid root part. Now humanoid root parts are really important. Sorry. So basically, humanoid wood parts are very important. It like helps with the model. You gotta make them invisible. You gotta select them as a primary part. So basically, you wanna connect the humanoid wood part to the torso. Wait, I can select humanoid wood part to the torso. Torso to the upper arms and to the upper legs or leg because this is a singular leg. Then you gotta connect the upper. Wait. Then you gotta wait. Then you're gonna connect the upper ones to the lower ones. Hold on a moment. So sorry for the not so mild interruption. I just can't. I can't. It's like impossible to record a video like this. So anyway, let's just continue. So now you wanna choose the upper arm to the lower arm and do the same thing with the legs as I did, and do the same thing with the left. Now what you wanna do? Wait, no, and I wanna do this to the head. All right. So what you wanna do is you wanna move it, move the joints. I personally choose this 0.025. It works the best. So, like you move it to where you want it to be. So, like, sometimes you'll need to change how you do that. So let's just do it like this. So just move it right here, and then I take this, then I go up. Wait, no, I go up, and then I just voila, like this. And then like you also want to take the lower arm and move it up here, and you want to move this to here. Wait, no, I want to move this to here. Oh yeah, you want to move this to here. I just guessed where I needed to move it. Okay, so oh, whoa, that's too much. Okay, so you want to move it up here, and then you like, now with the head it's kinda optional. If you want the head to spin, you can move it, keep it there, but I personally want to move it here. So now you have your rigged rig. That's a word. That's a confusing word. Have your rigged rig, and now what the frick was that? And now you wanna like do this. You can like move the joints around, and now you can like animate. So like if you wanna do a really silly animation, do it. But I'm gonna just do a basic animation. I'm just gonna do a basic animation for like for a showcase. So you like I'm gonna do this make this really basic. I'm gonna save this as rig animation idle. Like I'm choosing a random name here. And now you like can do it like this and just animate. Like this is really some really like good, like some really fancy animating, like some. I wanna like this, like line it up. I can increase the frame rate so I can just move it to. Right. Okay. So I can like move it to So for 3, yeah, I like it like line up, like lines up. I'm gonna test the grid speed on like 16. I wanna test it on 8. Wait, no, I'm gonna just slow it down. Now this does look unrealistic, because it does look unrealistic. I'm gonna slow it down. Okay, it kind of works. This is gonna be like that. So I'm gonna like do this. Rig animation. Walk. And then I'm gonna like choose so it's an R15 rig. I'm gonna go over here. Or I could just grab an R15 rig. Steal the animate script. I'm gonna steal the animate script. And then I'm gonna like oh wait, no. So then I'm gonna wanna do this. Like copy the animation. Don't mind all these animations. So I'm like gonna copy paste. Yeah, you know the business. Then I'm gonna close. And then I'm gonna name this starter character. I'm gonna take the animate script, put it in starter character script, put it in starter character. Now you're gonna test the game, and now it's gonna be the big reveal to see if this actually animates. Yeah, so that doesn't work. So what I forgot to do is I need to make all these with collision off, except for the torso. Then I'm gonna increase the hip height. Like increase it to 8. Maybe now it will work. I don't know what in the all living hell is wrong with my rig, but yeah, this is just not working. Plain up not working. It's because I only have one leg. I don't know. For me, this leg doesn't work. I tried. But I'm gonna show you how to do it successfully. Which, with this rig, core being, I did do it successfully. So, like, you have the whole thing. I tried to use this animation, which I made with assistant, but no, guess this one worked better. This is just another file that I added to it. So basically the hip height is 2, and I'm gonna show you how it works. So I'm gonna put it to starter character. I'm gonna put the animate here. And then it like, yeah, then it just animates. Like it works, but it just glitch. It's just tweaking. I don't know why it happens. Maybe it's because I put it to the floor. I don't know. Maybe that's why that happens. No, it just tweaks out. So this rig does work. It's just I think it's the ground that's making it like tweak. Whoa, whoa, oh man. I don't know what is happening right now, but I'll move this spawn point and see if it works. Still doesn't work. Okay, what I'm gonna try to do is I'm gonna use a morph GUI. Is it a player morph GUI? Wait, no, not that. So, morph GUI tutorial. This thing I used it for other things, like other morph games. I'm gonna put this right here. I'm gonna put this in JavaScript. Yeah, you know the deal. It says it. And then I'm like gonna put my little character. I'm gonna call it 8. I'll put this. Wait, no, I'm gonna. No, I'm gonna hot. I'm gonna put it Mo. I don't know why I named that. I don't really need to change name. I just need to I'll change this to Mo, and then I take that, and then I just morph into it, and there we go. Now it works. Now it works. Okay, so let's try the same thing with this guy. I'm gonna put him in here. I'm gonna make another button. E. It's gonna be named E. Start a character. Put it over here. Yeah. I'm gonna do this. And there we go! It works! So yeah, it basically works. And wait, I don't know why, but the walking speed is off for some reason. Increase it to 32. Maybe it's because the rig is so big. It like makes. So I'm gonna like do this. Yeah. Now it. Okay, no, I think it is too high. I'm gonna put this over. No, not 65. 6. Just 6. And I'm gonna like. Yeah. Okay, no, it's a bit longer. Basically, you know the deal. You just gotta set the hip height, and then there you go, a working rig made completely by you. So yeah, if you found this tutorial useful, please like, subscribe, all that stuff. Obviously, it's your choice, but it will really help this channel a lot. So thank you all guys for all your support. I enjoyed making this video, and bye!